Real quick, right? It's me and them Dub, and don't start all the outside shit. I just need you to break this down to them as plainly and as with as great a detailed explanation as you can, but family style, so he really understand it, right? Now,
We
I'm telling,
live too.
I'm telling him.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I thought you was about to play the
Uh-uh,
intro.
we good. I like it. I like it. Yeah, we good. We good.
All right, well, yeah, you get to experience other
Mm-hmm.
other than yourself, because without being able to experience other than yourself, how do we experience reality?
Mm.
Everything in relation, right? Opposition, whatever you want to call it, is something other that you experienced in yourself, right? You know, you see that you're you because you understand that you're not me. You're not a wall. You're not a computer. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So, in relation to all other things, you get to perceive yourself,
So
right?
you
And in relation to yourself, you get to perceive all other things, and that creates the reality that we get to experience, walk, talk, share.
so it wasn't a bad thing.
No, no, not at all.
That's you see what I'm saying? Like, and you get so many different reverbs of the story. So I was like, man, it's hard to for me to really know what's the truth behind this.
It's all saying the same thing, right? Yin. There is no fullness of creation or manifestation without the alternate or the polar, right? So
Hmm.
it's a dualistic reality, right? Polar opposites, things of that nature, right? So without the other, there is no whole. There's no real projection of anything,
Mm. Yeah, it
right?
makes
You need the opposing view, right? So before Adam had the opposing view, you can't fall into a density. You cannot you can't put it like this. You can't come from the. It's hard to explain. You can't come from the being that you are to a physical presence, right? That's a fall,
right.
right? That's a you become picking up more and more density, right?
Hmm.
Gathering projections of light and vibration and frequency, but nonetheless, it's still a fall. So if she represents the fall, then she represents the fall to what? Right? The serpent woke her up. She woke Adam up. Before Adam woke up, he only had one side. He can only perceive.
Himself.
That's it.
That's crazy. So what she was able to see from both sides, that's what she was able to educate him, huh?
Yep.
Wow. That's cold. That's
Remember,
cold.
remember, who actually gave Adam the knowledge of good and evil? It wasn't the serpent.
So the whole time it was Eve.
Eve introduced it.
Wow.
She took it to a man.
Hey, you put it like that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Hey, that's crazy. I had labeled this the fact of life a long time ago, and that's the facts of life. You just gotta be willing to listen and see it from just a self side.
Right? Now, this is not separate, right? The coldest thing about the shit, right? It's not separate. It's not like male, female. All of this story is happening inside of every individual.
Right.
Right? So we looking at the people as people and they're not people. You see what I'm saying? Like it's instructions, it's keys. It's like a key. Different keys to
Right.
different things, but it's just examples given to a certain type of perceived information. I would guess it's hard. It's hard to explain, but it's more so like keys than actual
Mhm.
historical. You know what I mean? Recitation of some type of historical document. It's not really. It is it is in a sense of that's what the explanation is doing, but it's more so geared towards, like I said, keys. It just opens certain pockets of intellectual perception.
Mm. That's deep.
And simple as fuck at the same time.
Uh, like when you get your own perspective.
Yeah, well, listen, it's simple to me at the same time because it's all fiction, right? So you'll get people who want to critique your perception of the events or the information or whatever it is, right? But ultimately, it's all fiction. It's the imagination of a living individual at some point in time or other, expressed through and put on paper or whatever form. You understand what I'm saying? It came out the mind of someone.
Mhm.
Regardless, it's all fiction.
Right.
What's more important is how you perceive it to your story, your reality, right? If at all.
And it,
To me, it's like an explanation of certain keys and shit like that. That if you pay attention to it, there are some great things and it point out some things that if you know, you can then manipulate to your benefit, right? So it's good in that regard, but it's also filled with a lot of things geared towards placing people within a particular cultural construct,
mhm.
making sure that they move a certain way and continue to manifest a particular reality that they didn't necessarily author.
That make a lot of sense. Mm, mm, mm.
So I mean, I like some of it. I could perceive the intent, right? The architecture behind it or beneath it. I can see that. I like some things, but that's just it for me, right? It's just that because it ultimately ain't my reality. I didn't architect it. I didn't. It's not a creation that's purely from me, right? It's all external things, input, right? Ideas given to me, thoughts taught to me. Perceive this way, right? This thing means this. That thing is this, right? So all of that
Mhm.
shit is external things, just inputs. I didn't create any of that shit,
Right.
right? So for me, I just see it like that. Some of it's cool to me, some of it's not. Some of it doesn't fit the structure of the reality that I chose to create.
Mhm.
So I just don't accept it. That's how I can never really get too complicated for me because it's not like this. This is the answer to all. And if I figured this puzzle, then I figured everything. Man, get the fuck out of here. It's some shit somebody else came up with for a plan that ultimately benefits the people who put it together and their lineage, right?
Right?
Put your own shit together.
Absolutely.
Find your own.
20%. Like you said, find your own. Do your own thing.
Yes, Lord.
What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? What it do? TK, Mary Miller, y'all. Oh, mamas. And the rest of y'all out there. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Yes, Lord. What up? What up? What up, family?
Next workshop coming up, what we doing? I think I dropped it short already.
I was about to say I would have to check the list.
The FRC.
Yep. Yep.
Y'all better get ready. He said originals in the house. Oh, Bobbers. You
Yes, Lord.
already know, family. Y'all better get ready for this next workshop.
Can we talk about this? Can we talk about the name game?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the name game. What about the name game?
Man. Here, let me do this. Let me do this real quick. Let me set the premise and answer the question that
Yeah.
I continuously get all the time, so we can just get this out there in the ether, and then it can spread. Right?
Okay.
Your inheritance is not connected to a name. Do you understand that your estate is not connected to a name? Do you understand that the names of all of these things, though whether it be Moor or a tribal name or any of that, is a corporate construct of that time? Right? In most cases, the systems by which those constructs, in which those constructs existed, they no longer stand. It doesn't matter what you are called, you are you. And whether you can find the records or not, they have kept pristine records. The system knows who the heirs are to it. It must. And it must never get lost. It doesn't matter what the corporate overlay or the legal fiction says, that shit only exists inside of that particular jurisdiction. You keep living through that shit. You keep putting that hat on, playing the game, and thinking that the whole of life is in that particular fiction. And it's not. You got to wake up. Stop following the name traps. You're not a name. It's not your membership or inclusion into a group that holds the keys to your inheritance. You've always had it. No one has ever been in possession of it other than you. The only thing that's occurred is you've been told to perceive it that way. And with no other information, that's exactly what you do. Chasing a name will never get you shit. It's not in the name. Indeed. I gotta do the same thing. Excuse me, family. I gotta take this call. Indeed. Remember, slaves never had legal personhood. Therefore, slaves never had birth certificates or death certificates. Do you understand that slave records, because they were property, existed within the private trust records of the slave owners? If your people had birth certificates, death certificates, then they have estate. Estate is inherited. Do you understand? It can't get lost. Ever since they got this system set up, they've been keeping those records. Do you understand? Yes, you understand. Excuse me again.
Guess who's back? Back again. Say ancient means bloodlines, not a period of time. That's why they always want your blood for something, one thing or another. They tracking you through the blood. Blood is the truth. It holds your universal inside. Okay, I had to go let the city inspector in back there, but I'm back. Woo. I was running, y'all. I was trying to get back to this boy. Did King let y'all hear what was going on? Did it drop back, jump back? Whew, man. It was there. It was there. Yeah. Generations that have endured continuously. We are proof of our ancestors' existence. We gotta control the estate.
Not we have to, we do.
We do.
You already control it. The greatest myth running is that you need there's a path to permission, or you gotta somehow get access to, or that's a bunch of bullshit. You never didn't have access to it.
And he showed us with some stuff that we did that's sitting in our tax account right now.
Indeed.
It's it's kind of like all in one. And it's crazy because I always thought it was difficult to do some of this stuff that he talking about, you know. Well, we never got had the right person bring us the right information. So once we got this information and it was correct, you know, now we could apply this shit and start to understand the information. See, just because you get something that's good and that, and you want to apply it, you still need to understand what's being given. So yeah, just because it might be right information and we can apply it and this, that, and the third, but if you can't get on the phones and do your own due diligence and take care of the business that need to be taken care of, talk to who you need to talk to, it's like having it don't mean shit. And I understood, and that's what been one of my biggest understandings of this whole journey. Like, we need to understand what's going on. We need to understand the framework of this shit so we can set our foundation, so we can build up from it. But if we don't have a framework, how can we build a solid foundation? Don't make sense. That's why so many people felt like they was going up and end up back to the drawing board because the foundation wasn't solid because there was no framework.
Indeed, it is by divine inheritance, or such is their claim.
Absolutely. Did the box beat? I thought I heard her talking.
No.
Uh, yeah, because a lot of like how we learn, you know what, the estate, you know, it was just crazy. Like you chasing a name, like and then people switching their names to this and switching their names to that, realizing that technically none of this shit was never in the name. That's why motherfuckers got numbers. They don't give a fuck about your name. Like you said, they know who the fuck the real heirs are. They know who it is. They keep great records. You know,
Indeed.
the name don't mean shit.
At all.
Like that's what we chase. We figure like, oh, this is a corporate construct of this and that, and so we got to do this and we got to do that. But that's how they got us. We chasing something that don't even fucking matter or it really exists because the name don't fucking matter. Your name could be shit stain for all I give a fuck.
Yep.
You know, you see what I'm saying? It don't matter. The name,
It's about capacity.
yeah, that's it. It's a build up. But what is more important than the restoration of your family name and inherent?
Which I can tell you, that's easy. The restoration of their position in reality,
Turn this TV.
the restoration of their control, authority, right? Living, existing in it as yourself, as their heir.
Say yes, capacity. Absolutely. 'Cause- yes, Lord. Talk about it.
That's a corporate construct, a corporate way of thinking, a corporate theory, right? The name, the brand. I don't give nothing, no shits about that, right? Private wealth doesn't either, right? Trust distributions don't either, right? The way you structure whatever it is in the fiction, you want to brand something, go ahead, but that don't ever let this name shit be what's important. It's what you are, the structure that you build, the reality in which you exist in your lineage, your line exists in, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. And if that structure is perfect, right? If the structure is strong, then the assets and that value continue down the line. Then your line continues to experience a specific kind of existence in full control and authority of themselves, subordinate to none or nothing, legally or otherwise. That's the point, right? The true controllers of this realm, you don't even know their name. Does that change the fact of their control? How much wealth, access, or power they have, and how they pass it down through their own structure to their own kind in line? No, it don't.
Say I can see yourself.
So all of that is my answer to what could be better than the name thing you said. All of that is better by far to me.
Now, how do you get to that capacity to be recognized, to to control that situation?
Become a Telegram member. No, I'm playing. You tell me.
No, I was just shit, couple Telegram members. There you go. We get you there, and if you're already there, that's good. Become a member. Elaborate. Come in and see everything that you possess. See is it lining up with what's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you might have one out of many that pick up some shit straight up. I don't think everybody goofy. Just buying packets for the hell of it, just forking out money for packets. I don't think everybody doing that shit no more. I think people that woke the fuck up on them packets.
I hope.
I think that's why it's been kind of like us on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Because it don't take packets to get this done. It just took my time and my energy to sit down and get done what needed to get done for myself. Not about what everybody else needs to get done. I had the opportunity to sit down and take the time out and get things done for myself because I've always been the one helping. So this time I helped, but I was actually able to sit down and get a lot of stuff done myself as well. And Telegram helps you a lot because you get it, but when you're in Telegram, we speak on it over and over and over until we all have it. It ain't one or two people that got in the end. They run the crew. No, everybody get this. And we there until everybody have it embedded in between their ears, you know. And that's what I like about it. Because he don't let no man is left behind. No woman is left behind. Straight up. Unless that's where they want to be.
Indeed.
Absolutely. What's up,
What's
Chip?
up, shit? Midwest King, what is going on? Everything is up.
What up, Chef?
King, what is happening?
I'm gonna let you talk. It's an echo when I talk. Or your mic.
Yeah, you bring an echo, Chip. Chip got all them dialogues over there. The frequency going. He got the sand everywhere. It's going down over there.
Yep.
He take control over it. Whatever. Especially if he got a microphone on it. He said, become a member. The truth will literally set you free. Yep. And then there's a lot of people get this information. Move. Where all the dogs at? Everybody that was, oh, I want to get this, I want to do this, I want to be able. Where them motherfuckers at? That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the dog. Straight up. The motherfucker that ain't afraid to do what they say they looking for. That's what I'm looking for. It's a
Indeed.
lot of jittery motherfuckers in here. You feel me? In the Telegram, it's a lot of shaky motherfuckers because I don't know. They need to be smacked on the tail. You know what I'm saying? You get your dog, you gotta get him going. You know what I'm saying? Get him going, smack him on the backside of his thigh, get him going. I don't know if they need that or what, but like he got to be in you too. Like I can, or he can help you with whatever. But if you ain't gonna put the effort in to helping yourself, it's just like you know what I'm saying. Ain't no purpose. Ain't no purpose. Because there will be no handheld. I'm just being honest. Like all the handheld in the Telegram, yes, but like nah. Sometimes I'll be like, man, if they don't get it, that's on them because you just said this shit about 50 times. But I get it. I don't know what grade level y'all left off is in school. So I can't say just because I went to fucking what I was a junior when I left school. I don't know when everybody else left. Some people graduated and still don't know shit. You know, still can't use this. I know a lot of niggas that graduated dumb as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But attendance is a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? If you there and you got shit 49% of the work completed, then you good, I guess. You know. But it was just started to distort me. School started to distort me. Like I couldn't like it was just too much bullshit. And my brain couldn't accept it. And I was like a motherfucker was telling me how to do stuff versus teaching me how to do stuff. So it was like always a conflict. I can't do this shit like you do it because my brain ain't operating, ain't wired up like your brain. My brain wired up like my brain wired up. So you can't make me understand something that you know that you got it picked up from how your brain is wired up. I have to listen and get that shit in my own perspective so I can, you know, use it to my benefit. You know, I can't get it how you got it and just run with that shit like you wrote because it took you time as well. You see what I'm saying? But we don't got the time in school that they had to get that shit because you know they got this shit in college, so they had a little bit more time than we did. You see what I'm saying? And they don't understand. They forget that shit. They forget that shit. We there from 8:30 to 2:30. You know what I'm saying? They live in that motherfucker. You see the difference? While you at home chilling, they still going to classes and shit, taking exams and shit. And we ain't did that shit. We at home, school over. When school out, it's over for us. In college, ain't they over until it's over. You see motherfuckers come home on breaks bringing books. You try to get caught up because the shit ain't never over. See what I'm saying? Meaning that they had to put more in at that level. Just like where we at. We got to put more in at this level. We got to put on our listed years, our great listed years. You know, we got to be focused. We got to lose a lot of our distractions. If there's something that you try to get to help you set you free, you know, we got to lose the distractions. We got to be able to be accountable when it's time to go on Telegram. We got to be, hey, all I got to do this or the, hey, we can't pause the Telegram because you got to go to the grocery store. You know, Telegram is at 7 Eastern, 8 Eastern, 9 Eastern, and you ain't took care of your business throughout the day. Then evidently, like this ain't important to you. Your priorities is not together. You see, this shit is very important because Kenny V is like giving it to you from his perspective. He giving it to you and he wants you to get it from your own perspective. That's why I say, okay, everybody understand that? Yeah, okay, boom. Such and such. Give me what you understand. Such and such. Give me what you understand. You see what I'm saying? He don't say, oh, you understand? Okay, let's move to the next. No. He makes sure that you really got to fucking understand it before we go any further. Because if you say some bullshit, then we gotta make sure that you had that right understanding before we go to anything else.
Indeed.
If he's not getting it, then somebody else in here probably is not getting it as well. So, and that's why I appreciate him because he takes the time to make sure each individual gets it. Like you in the class, like, oh yeah, I got it. You know, he said, okay, you got it. Vatty, you got it. Barry Miller, you got it. Chip, you don't got it. But we gonna go on to the next, you know, no, not at all. We ain't going nowhere until Chip get it. And then Chip got to speak to let us know he got it. You see what I'm saying? Like you will have to do. You have to speak. We do a lot of interacting with each other in there. You know, it's not just sitting there listening to no motherfucking, you know, no videos and none of that shit. No, it's hands-on interaction. You need to know if you know. If you don't know, we need to know what you don't know so you can know. That's the only way you're gonna get it right.
Yep.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
Yeah, that's the that's the most awesome learning environment that you can be in, is when you're learning something that's important to you and you are actually learning it, not just a little, but you're learning it at a lot. You're learning it to a level and a depth that is actually useful, where you could actually work with it. And I've never been in a learning environment like that. I've been to a lot of different schools, and I've a lot of different kind of schools for a lot of different kind of things, and I've never learned things from in a environment to this depth, to this level. I've never, and because this I learned things on my own, to deeper levels, but I've never learned things from an instructor to great levels, because it's a different environment. I wish I could paint the picture for you in just really few words, but the instructor is taking it deep and making sure that the people who are listening get it. And I've never seen that before, not to this level, and nowhere even close. And this is stuff that is useful.
I gotta stop you. Pause. The instructor is not anything deep. Let's just clear that up. See, to those in the online verse, they like to play these games. You can't let any of this stuff slide by, or later on they'll pay for it. You'll pay for it. No, the instructor is not taking anything deep. Pause on that, and then go ahead and continue.
All right. Well, okay. So yeah, I'm the the nuance of the things that I'm getting is just it's remarkable. I really appreciate I really appreciate this I want to say this level of learning, the level of understanding. It's just
The
yeah,
style of teaching, so you can learn that part. Yeah, it's hard for us to learn some shit we don't understand what the fuck a motherfucker talking about. Well, what the fuck they saying? So just think about it. If you ain't never heard the shit that he got to say, and when you start hearing it, it start resonating. Do you think you learning something, or do you think you remembering something?
There we go.
Hmm. He helped us bring it back to where it already was. He helped us remember the shit that they programmed and blocked out with whatever they programmed and blocked it out with, that we accepted and accepted that distraction. So it's all just remembering the shit that we already knew. It's already in us.
Indeed. Very well said.
That's what he do. He just help us remember the shit. Because if you can remember back when you was a shawty, who helped you? How hard was it? You can remember the things you did as a kid, the motherfuckers you hung out with, the bullshit trouble you got into, the little girls you liked it. And then you got some people like, man, I can't remember when I was you see what I'm saying? But how can I remember if you said you can't? It's just like how motherfuckers say, how can you learn something and you can't? If you can do it, I can do it. Because if it's in you, it's in me. The push, the drive. I'm not gonna say under here we all the same, because hell no, we not. We might bleed the same, not the same organs and shit, but we are totally different underneath our skin as well as outside of our skin. Those that know who I'm talking about. Just like how motherfuckers say, like, you got to fly over water to go to Africa or go to Asia or to go to India, right? But then you got videos of motherfuckers walking from India to Asia to Africa right into the United States. You see what I'm saying? So which story you gonna believe? Now, if you can remember back when it wasn't no air travel, motherfuckers all they could do was walk to where they was going. And that's how motherfuckers met up with motherfuckers. Then they got their little horses and shit. All that shit, cattle and shit. That's different. See? But it was just foot. You gotta walk. It was always transportation is your feet. One thing we got without wheels or a bus, and you need to go to the store or you need to go somewhere, what you gonna do? See, God gave you transportation already. Straight up. We walked over here, bartered with them. We walked over there, bartered with them. They walked over here, bartered with us. We took our shit back in totes. They took, gave them their shit in totes, and we left with totes. That's how the shit goes. What side are you on? Like I just learned this morning, like I'm like, with the Adam and Eve story, like you hear so many different stories about this. And then Lucifer and Christ, all these different names in the Bible, and how you hear it once here, and then you don't hear it no more there. Then you hear this, all this, and then kind of find out today that you hear the most is the motherfucking devil. So I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Inversion.
Because technically, from what I heard, you don't want to go to heaven or hell. You just want to be free. Because it's all a trap. See what I'm saying? How it could go?
Yep.
You see how it could go? Well, you got people here dying to go to heaven instead of dying to be free. Because it's all like it's crazy. You get older, you just hear, you learn, you listen, like, oh shit, this is really like this. This got to be what it is. Because you saying the heaven is right, a lot of people interpret it as like they going somewhere where it's gonna be real nice and shit at, or whatever the case may be, and you gonna be able to have this and have that. If you in the motherfucker's firmament over this motherfucker, and you in a fucking ball, what heaven you going to? Illusion, a soul trap. That's how they get us. So we got to just start remembering for ourselves and leave that shit alone. Quit focusing on what they do. Quit focusing on what they got going on. We need to focus on what we need to do and what we need to have going on. That's the fucking distraction. That's the biggest distraction. Us not focusing on what we need to do and what we need to have going on. We already always worried about, oh, President Trump this, oh, these Congress that, or the Senate did this, or the governor did. Fuck that. You do something. Since your trust is in man, because all I hear you complaining about is another man. Because that's what your trust and belief is. It's in man. You don't even believe in what you say you believe because it shows in your everyday actions that you still believe in man. And when you stop putting your trust in man and put it in yourself, the God that you are, you will start understanding the facts of life. Straight up. We call that minding other folks' business. And it shows. You got to mind your own business. See, when they say mind your business, you mean you thinking like, oh, I just stay to myself. I ain't worried about what's going on. No, man, they telling you to build your shit up. Mind your shit up. You want to mine Bitcoin, right? You want to mine XRP. You want to mine all this other shit. Mind your business. Build that motherfucker up. Not don't worry about your neighbor struggling, need some help. And you like, oh, fuck it. I'm out of my business down. If they need my help, they'll knock on my door. Motherfucker, if you know something, why they got to knock on your door? Right. Get your affairs in order. Absolutely. That's all. That's all. Get your house together, your affairs together, and everything is going to be all right. You'll be able to purchase, acquire things through your trust as well. Don't forget, ain't nothing stop, ain't nothing change. We just had a G-Wagon class. What was that, Saturday, Friday? Straight up. Like, ain't nobody playing over here. And I don't expect you guys are playing either, or you would be here trying to decide what you need to do. But I know one thing for sure. If you're here and you're a spiritual person, I know why you're here. And you ain't even got to say it. Even if you find yourself not to get in the Telegram, you here for a purpose. So make it your reason to get in that Telegram so you can get what you need. We're not in the Telegram making friends. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. People's coming out of there taking care of their business, remembering the things that they needed to remember so they can go handle their business, mind their business. We got TK, Kyrie, them like 25, 26-year-old, Vaddy.
Yep.
Young brothers. Young brothers.
Doing it.
In too deep. I call them in too deep. They in too deep. You know what I'm saying? They in this shit. You can't push them away from it, is what I'm saying. Like, you see, like, it's something that they determined to remember. So they can apply this shit the proper way. And I like hearing. I like when they get it. I really like when they get it wrong when they think they right. You feel me? So they can get that thrash. And then when they understand it, and they be like, "Oh man, I just said it." Yeah. See, but if you give me the wrong word play, and I'm telling you, nah, what you think they gonna do? Nah. So if you ain't talking like how they want to hear, then don't give me no hood version of nothing that you finna go take care of technically right now. No, I want to hear what you finna tell these motherfuckers. I don't want the hood version. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. And if they give them a professional version of what you're doing, then you not even finna. That's not even finna happen at that point in time. You might as well reschedule because you're not ready. See, and that's the thing I like as well. Just because we get something and think we know something, we double back and say, "Hey, woo, woo, woo," and you say, "Well, what you finna do?" All right, okay, run it past me. You ain't ready. If I'm gonna shoot you down, if I'm shooting you down before you finish, come on now. You don't stand a chance walking into another entity trying to do what you're trying to do. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna. You lose the fear. For one, you lose that fear. You don't have the bubble guts no more. You're not second guessing yourself no more. Because after the threats is out, how dare you? Uh, you're not. Ain't no more second guesses or I thought. Ain't no I thoughts. It's all I know and I am. And everybody know the capacity that they stand under. And it was never about a name. It was never about a name. Wish I could get my money back from that motherfucker that got me. With the name game, because yeah, I got what they were saying at that time. You know, a lot of people make the wrong shit sound good to get money. Because that's how I knew it was a lot of bullshit behind it. Because if somebody was paying you money for you to come, thousands of dollars for you to come to them to teach them this, and you bamboozle them off the money, don't reach back out. Then we knew that it was some faulty shit going on with that shit. Straight up. See, we never talked about the people that actually took thousands of dollars from us. We never mentioned not one person name, and I will not right now. But I'm just saying, it ain't never been sweet. And when you get in this telegram, you be learning things like, why did I do this? Why in the hell did I do that? I wish I would have known this before I did that. God damn it, I gotta go do this. Like, I witnessed out of my own eyes, because my mentor told some more. It's like, why was y'all? They wanted some work did. I'm gonna say what they wanted did, and then he told them like, I can't do nothing with that name on there like that because they had switched it to some other shit that didn't line up with what they wanted, and it didn't make sense because they didn't have no documentation saying that this name that they wanted was even official. For one, and who is this motherfucker? And this is just for something from my mentor. This ain't got nothing to do with what KV was talking about. And there was a more. But when he told them that when you just moved your name, just changed your name to this and left everything over here like that, like what did that do? Other than move you away from what's on the birth certificate. And now your name Ham Hot Shakubu. And your birth certificate say Shirley Smith. You see how the Nike said the name didn't matter as far as the estate? Right? So why, if you believe that you something, there should be nobody out there that can say something to make you change your beliefs unless it's the motherfucking truth. So they want to change their name back from Pork Chop Shouty and Ham Hock Billy back to their original structured name, and he did the paperwork for them. But they were so caught up into the bullshit that sounded good. Like we get bullshit that sounds good and we all want it. Oh, we gotta get that packet. They said once we do this packet, Fidelity gonna give us all the gold that they had hold for us. And we go buy that packet, we send that motherfucker in, and Fidelity close all our accounts. Yeah, we supposed to be getting gold. What y'all do wrong? Now we all did something wrong. Everybody did something wrong to fuck up the accounts. We got it closed. Nah, you ain't never got no motherfucking gold from Fidelity, nigga. Because you ain't never showed us no proof. You just gave us this packet that said this would need to go there for them to you to get your goals. Shit, you see, that's the type of shit that don't happen over here. We don't do that shit. I was a victim. That's how I learned not to victimize people. Do unto others as you want done unto you. Right? So if I came on this bitch and scammed the fuck out of everybody on YouTube, I count my day. That's somebody go scam the fuck out of me. You see what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. Or I wouldn't be right here right now on YouTube live talking to you guys. I was like, this motherfucker right here. It'll be about 500 people on here. This motherfucker took my money and he got the nerve to be talking about this. And he got the nerve to be talking about where my motherfucking money at, nigga. That's all you'll be hearing. I'll be all type of you name it. I'll be all type of you name it right now. And every time I go live. It's just one person when I do shorts about our workshops. I appreciate him too. Good looking for the little view. The comment do help. It's all supporting the platform. I appreciate you. Even if it's negative, go right ahead. It just let me know that you take the time out today to watch my channel and my content and give me my views and my little likes or dislikes. Because it's all content. It's all whatever interaction you do, it all counts. So it don't really matter. But it's just one guy, I ain't gonna say his name. He loved to try to say something about when we got a workshop coming up or something, but he never in the workshop. And this is one of these motherfuckers that's always running around YouTube trying to sell shit. And there's nobody that I had on here that I was future head bumps with. Nobody like that. It's just a random person. I think he was a Moor. I think he was. I'm not sure. I ain't gonna put it on. I think he was a Moor. And every time we got a workshop and we talk about the workshops, he'll email me and say some bullshit, or he'll go under the comment of my video and say some bullshit, And I think that's just the Most High keeping them close, because eventually he'll be coming in that Telegram. He know it ain't no bullshit. Don't nobody constantly go live and talk about getting a Telegram and we got workshop after workshop and people getting in them, filling them up in this bullshit. Come on now, man. Ain't nobody, And technically, these workshops is what people are looking for in their situation, because everybody's situation is different. So in these workshops, it'd be different people because everybody's situation is different. Everybody not trying to get a vehicle. Everybody not trying to get a home. Everybody not trying to pay their bills, and don't have to worry about using fiat. I don't know why, but it's a lot of people not worried about that as well. And then it's a lot of people not worried about fulfilling the overall goal. That's why they're not here. They rather go work 9 to 5. They didn't believe out of all the time put in, time spent on YouTube, making videos, editing videos, they don't believe that what's going on over here actually it's going on. They still live in a fiction. Regardless what they see, how they see it, they still live in a fiction. And that's something that they'll have to change themselves, regardless of what you show them or what you say to them. It's stuck in their mind to where they have to go to work, and then they have to do this, and then they have to do that. We can't force you to say you can. Listen, wake up. No, because you was trying to wake people up, so I shouldn't have to wake you up. How dare you go get a 9 to 5 when you was telling motherfuckers not to go get a job, that we shouldn't be working, that you was paying yourself out of your own estate once you signed that application at that whatever entity you went to go for that interview for, and when you filled out the application and they get you in that motherfucking interview room and they hire your ass, you know what I'm saying? No, bro. I don't respect that. I don't respect that. Meaning that you never, you don't believe. You lost faith. Basically, it's like motherfucker left me out to dry because I was just trying to find the social security number and the route number working. I was good on that shit. I never wanted to talk to nobody about this shit a day in my motherfucking life. Straight up. I didn't even want to go on YouTube. And motherfuckers talk me into it. Like, man, oh yeah, you ain't gotta, you black, you ain't even gotta show your face. It's like you just talking to yourself. You know, lining me up. Thought I was finna be with the scam shit. You see what I'm saying? But I wasn't. I actually was like, fuck that. If I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna be all the way in this shit. And I learned that these motherfuckers wasn't all the way in. They were just all the way in when it was beneficial. When I was hitting them, you know, them cash apps and them Zelles up. You know, when I was having shit working. Because I could tell you right now, ain't not damn motherfucker who was standing next to me before King V came around. So can nobody say nobody on here. This one, my nigga Chris Smith. Chris Smith used to be up here all the time. My nigga Chris, him and Shipper used to always be going at Bubbles. Straight up. And I had attorneys and I had all type of shit working with me through the ACA system. When I was making payments and shit, sending me that bread back, and I was busting that shit down with my brothers and shit. Ain't nobody else had nothing going on. I was making all that shit happen. Where them niggas at now? I'm still out here trying to make it happen. Not trying, I'm making it happen. Where they at now? They don't believe? You don't believe in the shit you told me that was out here that existed? You don't believe? That's what I'm saying. Damn. That's why I don't got no respect for no nigga like that. I don't. I never will. You would tell the next man to walk away from something, and then you go right back and double back and go become a slave yourself? Like, that's crazy as fuck. Like, I ain't never seen no shit like that. I'd have doubled back to the streets before I went and signed a contract with knowing, like, if I told this man not to work because he only paying himself through his estate from his social, why the fuck would I go do the same shit I told y'all not to do? That's a fucking laughing stock. I'm like, look at that goofy. I thought he was just on YouTube telling motherfuckers not to do this. Look at him. Like, come on, bro. I feel like those the brothers that really don't believe and don't have faith in this shit. They was just a show to see what they could get out of people. And that's fucked up. Because a lot of motherfuckers quit their jobs. A lot of motherfuckers left their girls and shit and left their niggas and shit to get this shit and was following them niggas and listening to them niggas, and then they go get a job. Then you see shorts. Niggas don't go live helping with information, saying if you need this or if you need that. How can I trust you when you got a job, my nigga? How I know you ain't just trying to feed your fucking family right now? Yeah. Straight up. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been here. I struggled through it all. And nobody never knows. I can be on this bitch with a smile. Nobody never know nothing. Me and the Most High, we be over here fish fighting sometimes. But guess what? I'm getting it together. Because sometimes my battles be against myself. Most of them just me fighting against myself. And I just got to learn how to let that shit go. You know, my toughest battle was me fighting against myself. And that's it. That's my toughest battle. And I understand that. You know. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. I had greedy grubbers downstairs. I don't know if I'm gonna do something before I go and sign a motherfucking application. Straight up. Because now I gotta move on somebody else's time. If I can't move on my time, then what's the point of moving? Because I'm not built to move when somebody else want me to move. I'm not built to be here at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. Now I don't get up to 8. So why disturb my get up time to go make somebody and satisfy somebody else? Fuck that. I get up at 8, I open up at 10:30. All right, from 8 to 10:30, I got 2.5 hours to get a shower, get my hygiene and shit together, and get something to eat. before I open up or even get some of my business taken care of that I had already been up taken care of this morning. See what I'm saying? So my time is designated to me now. I can't give it to McDonald's, Pick and Save, Potawatomi. I can't work for them. I gotta work for myself. That's the only way I'm gonna build up. That's the only way I'm gonna come up because I don't make enough over here to come up. Because when I get my check, I gotta get the old boy over here. But the time that I'm over there making peanuts, I could have been over here building my old shit up, getting it right, making a nice little bag to take care of my old boy over here. It still had time in the day to do what I wanted to do because I don't got to be in somebody else's situation at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Who the fuck? I just woke up. I'm finna go ahead and fuck up everything in this bitch. I just woke up. Who does that? That's just like getting your kids up. It is. And we expect them to be fucking A students or great students. You wake them up out of their motherfucking sleep to go out in the motherfucking cold to go learn some shit. They ain't even woke. School, you gotta be at school at 8:30, 7 o'clock, 7:20. Meaning your ass up at 5 something. Getting ready for school. Man, yeah, fucking right. See, they got you. That way they can program you. Wake a nigga up. Let school start at noon. Let the kids out at 5:30. Noon to 5:30. You see the difference. The mentality, the outcome of the shit. You see what I'm saying? They woke now. They not gonna listen to that bullshit. Said when I showed you how to do YouTube, I was still learning at the same time and still learning today. Absolutely, me too. But I never left. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that was standing right here doing all the shit that we were doing. Introducing me to all type of other platforms and things like that so we could build and bring the people up so we can help the people. So the whole time of my mind, like I'm being backdoored the whole time. But the way the Most High work, see what I'm saying? The way the Most High work, he bring people around. He brought people around to push out motherfuckers. So I'll get close with a person and then they'll get in their chest and then they'll push back. Then they'll come in. Then they'll push back. Then they'll come in. Then they'll push back. Then they'll come in. Then they'll push back. Yeah, I don't need the distractions. I'm not here to make friends with motherfuckers. We was here to help people. If a friendship come out of us helping motherfuckers, that's different. But the objective was not to come here and make friends. You come over here, you done with me and where's it? No, this ain't that, my nigga. That's why they want to meet niggas because that's what niggas was on. I'm gonna own that shit. I'm not the Hollywood ass nigga. I ain't trying to be famous. I'm not a motherfucking YouTuber. I just give out a little shit that I know that it help people. That's it. I'm not chasing a dream on YouTube. I'm not. I'm not trying to be 100K, 200K motherfucking nigga on YouTube. I'm not. I don't want that many motherfuckers following me. Y'all see what happened to all the big following motherfuckers? They got the big followers here. Y'all know what time it is. I ain't on that time. I'm on my time. Like fam said, I don't need nobody coming over here praying for me all weird and shit. I don't know what the fuck he praying about or what he on. I'm good. If he ain't praying my way, I'm straight. Straight up. For real. So I had to thank the Most High for King V coming over here laying this path. The way he did, structure didn't even want to help you motherfuckers. Once again, he came to help me. Like God sent somebody to help me, and I be trying to help everybody else. And then when I get irritated, I be like, man, I should have just said fuck everybody and just sat here and got what was for me and gone about my business. But then again, I can't be selfish like that. I be like, damn, that would be selfish as a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be feeling like that to be selfish. And then I tried it. It don't work. And then eventually we got a workshop with this, and then you still got the goofies out there talking about this, that, the third. But text it on the low and email on the low. Is this correct? Can I do this like this and that like that? Trying to get pointers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna discredit a nigga and then try to double back and get pointers from a nigga? Like, come on, man. So once we stop letting the negative, once I stop letting the negative attention attract me and just say fuck whatever somebody got to say, then everything start building up. I start to the remembrance started coming back on a lot of this information that King Reed has attached to us, like a file. Um, it helps you think. It makes you think. It opens up your thought process. Now you got to think because you know your name gonna get called, so you got to get ready to answer a question sooner or later. You know it's gonna end sooner or later, so you know sooner or later you're gonna be up. So you sit there and you retain and you try to get it to the best of your ability. And we know everybody is not fucking a genius or a fucking nerd. So everybody's not gonna have the right answer. And just because it's not the right answer, don't make you no less of a person. We need to know who know the right answer and who don't. So if you don't know it, we can make sure you do know. That's the only thing. You want to make sure that you do get it. You're not a laughing stock or nobody making fun of you or picking on you. No, this is not that. You make sure everybody get what they need. And at the end of the day, you say you got it. He questioned you on it. You can give him back. You can give him the proper response back, and you clear. Then you ready to go. But if you don't know, you need to know you don't know. Don't be offensive and always fuck up. Yeah, well at least you fucking up to get the right shit. It's a lot of niggas fuck up and just keep fucking up and just keep fucking up and just keep fucking up. Well, you fucked up one time and then you got corrected and got the right shit and you mad? Why? Because you not fucking up no more? Should be embrace that. Embrace that time that someone spent with you to make sure that you got that the way you get it. Because we all got our own way of thinking and moving and doing shit, you know? So if you can get it in a style that you can understand and how you move, man, that's awesome. Because you ain't gonna have no fuck ups. You ain't gonna have no hiccups because this is how I move. This is my side, this is my game. You know? And that's how he try to be comfortable with. That's why a lot of times you be like, give it to him hood style. Give it to him this way. All right, now give it to him this way. So they can see the difference. And the understanding and the use of the different terminology and the words is being spoken. Now you like, oh shit, okay. There's levels to this shit I see, yeah. It's always levels. So whatever you do, it's levels. And the level goes as far as you. Just like on Mario Brothers. If you couldn't get past that level, what happened? You gotta start over from the beginning. You know, you get to a level that you lose on, you gotta start back over. It's just like life. When you get to that level, you know, you gotta just keep moving. It was like a video yesterday. It was like the guy he was walking and motherfucker bumped him and the coffee spilled out. He said, "Hey, let me spill my coffee." He said, "That make you spill your coffee." He said, "Coffee was in your cup. That's what spilled. But that what was in your cup. It could have been water in your cup, Kool-Aid in your cup, tea in your cup. You see what I'm saying? That's why you gotta watch what you got in your cup when you out here bullshitting and bumping into motherfuckers because you spill that shit all out. Motherfuckers see what you about. You see what I'm saying?" He said, "That's how I feel about stuff. I had to restart." Yeah, I didn't. I had a lot of shit I had to restart. I didn't feel bad. I wasn't angry. I didn't go, oh, man. I was like, hell yeah, I got the right shit. Let's go. Let's do this shit. On mamas. That's all I was concerned about. Anything that wasn't right, I didn't put no energy into, oh man. Nope. I didn't. Let's get this it. Let's go. Let's get it done. I was more hyped that I had the right shit versus I had did some wrong shit. because I had a lot of bogus paperwork as well that had to be fixed. You see what I'm saying? So I was happy to fix it because now I got the right shit. I wasn't mad that it was wrong. I'm mad that I'm happy that it was wrong, and I'm happy I got it right now. I'm happy I got it right. I got it right. I got all the shit that was wrong out, and everything that needs to be in is in, and I'm good. I'm good with that. Now, me going back and forth with these entities on the phone and shit, with the shit I had sit there thinking that this shit is right, and it's all wrong, and you going back and forth with a motherfucker that's telling you, hey, bro, just get it right. We not saying your shit ain't here. Just get it right. Hang up on the motherfucker. And I think King V heard about 4 or 5 of us come back and tell them they told us that. Get that shit right and then come back. Straight up. So if you don't get it right, they ain't coming off of shit. They don't know what you're talking about. And they sticking to their boss's script because they don't want to lose their job. They don't give a fuck about you. You're not feeding their family. You're not depositing wages into their bank account every 2 weeks, every other week, or every week. You see what I'm saying? So they sticking to the script right in front of them. Hey, until you can come correct, we'll holler at you. Get it right. Call us back when you got it right. And I'm telling you, only one way to do it. Get it right. That's it. And they tell us. And just to hear that from them, I'm like, damn. These motherfuckers literally said they was holding my property, but I need to get this right before they can release it. Out of their own motherfucking mouth. Yes. Yes. I would say the name of the entity, but I don't want y'all calling the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if you do or not. But I don't want y'all overflow the motherfuckers calling them. And then they were like, oh, somebody on YouTube must be talking about us. Because now you got to, but that's how it happens. You mention one thing, then here go 500 motherfuckers. Hey, I want to do it. Can I do this? Yeah, I heard I could do this. And then you got dumb motherfuckers. I heard that I could do this. You calling the entity, telling the motherfucker what you heard you can do. You ain't looked into the shit or nothing. You just got off, called them. Hey, I heard, woo, man, woo. I'm like, bro, did you finish the video? They be like, huh? Yeah. So goof ass off my line. Type shit. Straight up. So you got to get shit right. If it ain't right, they ain't fucking with you. And it's straight out of their mouth. The Department of the Absolute. Because I know Shipper called, and I think this was Ivy was here. Ivy called. I think Dirty Woods called. I don't know if Tanae Passage called. But yeah, I know some of them. I know for a fact a lot of them brothers called to see and check on they and see if they had property down there that existed and show us shit stank. They told us to get it right. Get it right. And it's here, get it right. So now, and then what's crazy is I never brought it back to TV attention that these motherfuckers told us that it was here. Because if you told me that it was there, then there's something else that I could do to override these like facts. Because I know who I am. Capacity I stand in.
Yes, Lord.
So yeah, we got to get back to that. I just thought about it. That's why I'm glad I was talking about it. Because yeah, let us get that. You remember the calls we made?
Indeed.
Yeah. And that fucked me up because I was happy just to hear him say that, get it right, and then they call us back. You feel me? And I was like, holy shit. So it is right there. Everybody thinking it's here.
Yep.
But the whole time that shit sitting right here.
Yep.
Or y'all keep chasing the treasury down for something that ain't there. The treasury is what it say it is. The United States Treasury. That's it.
Understand that. Put something there.
Yeah. Or put something. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's a treasury. You can put something there. Absolutely. But what you think you looking for, it ain't sitting at the treasury. Not at all. Not at all.
Unless you put it there.
Unless you put it there. Straight up. Unless you put it there. What the fuck is Midwest talking about? I absolutely know, right? Yes.
You see, King, that's what I'm talking about right there. It's just getting that particular type of remembrance to connect the dots. It's, you didn't make it rocket science. You made it you made it into low-hanging fruit, It's like you made it reachable.
Indeed.
Nah, it's not at the DTC. That's a depository trust. That's a depository trust company. Somebody put DTC in there. I said, nope, I'm not at all.
Hold on, let me go ahead. Yeah, say what you said, because I couldn't hear you through the echo.
No, somebody put the DTC is where. Hold on. Somebody said the DTC. I said, nope, not at all. See, a lot of like Tony King and all them niggas, I'm gonna say his name, and they were talking about this. Good luck.
I mean, they have an instrument like like a clearing network, but what the fuck do you need that for?
Your shit ain't there. Like literally, your property that's being held. Like we all got property, like we really do. Just like Foden say, just like Foden said, but it ain't there. Hey, they cold. How motherfucker tell you layer your trust? These niggas is layered. These motherfuckers is layered. But when we made the call, it was so funny. Because why is it a foreigner telling you that your shit ain't right? That's what pissed me off, King. Oh, these motherfuckers. The Most High so good. I thank him for remembrance and understanding. Like, boy. He said, unless you put it there. Yeah, unless you put it there. Charles said, I know, right? And what's crazy, y'all? He said that shit about 500 times. And then he just moved away from it. It's like nobody never reacted when he said it. There was a couple of us who looked into it. But then we had something come up and then boom, that came up and everybody, oh shit, this is it. Just went from there. But yeah, we need to talk about this kid. Not on the live. But I just thought about something. I just remembered something. No, but it ain't the treasury or the DTC. Not at all. And I'm not trying to force nobody or to get in a telegram or force nobody to do anything they don't want to do or not. It's just that you will do want to understand what we're talking about and know what we're talking about. That's just what you got to do. You just got to get the telegram. That's all. For that, yeah, it's like because, and when you call after you, they're gonna tell you the same shit. If your shit ain't right, they're gonna tell you the same shit.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I recommend that if you think you have a certain understanding of any of these things that you're talking about, then I recommend you go down that path. and go fully down the path, right? Go ahead, ride it out, right? Because at the very least, you're gonna learn and pick up why certain things didn't work, right? What doesn't make sense, right? You may even get some game in the form of correction as you're being told that what you have is inaccurate. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, we ain't really trying to force you to see it our way. I don't have a way, right? We don't even share our way or opinion.
Nope.
It's all publicly verifiable information, right? Think where you could pick up the phone and you can call the entity and verify yourself that the exact ways we show you is how it actually operates, right? Where they won't be, there'll be no not knowing what the hell you talking about.
I agree. Straight up. Tim Fair, what up?
Tim Fair, what's cracking? Another Telegram member.
What you say, King?
I said another Telegram member.
Yeah.
MWEDU alumni.
Who said that?
No, I said it.
Yep, another member said what it do. Tim Fair. Absolutely, y'all. Make your way to that Telegram, man. And we also got I don't know what date this workshop gonna be on. But we getting our claims in. Um, y'all better come on. I'd rather be first in line than waiting on the motherfucker to hand me out anything after everybody else taken care of and hand me some scraps on mamas. If I can't get my shit fresh, I don't want it. I don't want no fucking cold ass food. I don't want nothing cold on mama but my water. That's it.
We're in the final quarter, final fiscal quarter. September 16th started it. You already know at the end we back in tax season, but also those issuing payments. It's your final quarter to do so and not be late. Those who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
I just showed you I was on my shit last night working already.
Yes, Lord.
That's all I'm saying. I'm already be on it, bro, because I know like ain't nobody waiting on us. It's on us. If we don't do it, ain't nobody wait. Ain't nobody out there waiting on you to do those shit, nigga. You, only you. Who gonna do it for you? That's what school kind of taught you. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you if you ain't gonna do it. Basically, that's it. That's all I got from school was if I don't do the homework, who gonna do it? If I don't do the class work, who gonna do it? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got out of the school. Somebody got to do it. That's it. And everything else I learned is by going through life, everyday life. I wasn't great at shit. I didn't want to be great at. I'm just being honest. I wasn't great at shit. I didn't want to be great at. If I didn't like it, I didn't put no attention to it. It's just like a motherfucking female. If you don't like this bitch, you ain't put no excuse my French, you ain't put no attention to it. It's just like anything, like a vehicle. You don't like that motherfucker, you don't like that shit. You ain't no attention. Ain't nothing attracting you to that shit. See what I'm saying? Ain't nothing pulling you in so you can get something out. There's nothing there. It was all a blank to me. I'm in this bitch like, I know more than this bitch. Just by selling dope. Because I was selling dope when I was in school. So I knew more about math than this bitch was trying to teach me. That's why I was all. And then they teaching me some shit that I never use in life because I'm not finna be no attorney. I'm not finna be no motherfucking banker. Well, now I am, but not in they way, in they sense. You see, in they fiction, nah, not at all. In my movie, yeah, yes, Lord, but not in they corporate fiction. No, not at all. I wasn't wired to absorb the bullshit. That's why I always had friction with my mama about school. That's like when my kids be like, Dad, this is, I be like, ugh. Sometimes I be saying to myself, you can't even say shit, nigga. You said the same shit. There's nothing there. There's nothing at the school that really, there's nothing at school that they could teach my kids that they don't already fucking know. Only thing they teach is their agenda. That's why they have to set a, teachers got to have their weekly planner, their agenda set. You know, they have to have it set. What's going on for this week? Their agenda. That's it. It's their agenda. You go to school to set the agenda, you know, program. Boop, you got to go by the agenda. You got to go by the agenda, you know. It's like shit, it's all programming. Fuck that shit. Our brains is not wired for bullshit. You better utilize that boy while you can, while you got the opportunity to, so you can start putting in new things to push all that bullshit that you got up there out the back. Like how you had all the good shit in and you retained all the bullshit and pushed all the good shit to the back. Now you gotta reset the motherfucking system. You gotta reboot the system. That's it. And once you start retaining the proper information, the right shit, all that weird ass shit, for a minute it's gonna be entangled, but then it's gonna start disappearing slowly but surely. But then all you gonna have there is the real shit. And you're gonna be speaking different. You're gonna see shit different. You're gonna start living different. You're gonna start acting different. People gonna say, oh, you think you better than yourself. And you ain't even got shit. You the same motherfucker. It's just that you know better now. See, when you know better, it's different from not knowing. So when you don't know, you just go with the flow. But when you know, you don't gotta go with the flow. And when you don't go with the flow, people think you better than them because you're not going with the flow. But I'm not going with the flow, you motherfuckers. Y'all going in the same fucking circles. And nobody gonna trip, nobody make a motherfucker fall and stop this shit. Y'all gonna keep walking in the same fucking two left feet all fucking until you leave this bitch. No, somebody stick their foot out and trip somebody so we can we gotta stop this shit. Straight up. Hopefully I see y'all in the Telegram. I think our next Telegram is tonight. We was just in there last night. Shit. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I think our next one is tonight. But that's
Yes.
how we get there. 5-6 days out the week.
Yeah, we got a 10-day coming up.
A 10-day.
Yeah.
Y'all here for y'allself. There ain't nothing I'm saying. Ain't no short. Y'all heard it for y'allself.
Because we're going right from that into the FRC.
Okay. So make y'all way into the Telegram. Don't miss that 10-day.
But yeah, inside of that, we're gonna be doing, you know, the people that want me to do the claims personally for them.
Yeah. And the individual tax.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep.
right. All right, y'all. We finna get up off here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Peace to the guys, goddesses, kings, queens, whatever you call yourself on mamas. Because I didn't do a great introduction this morning. We was on some other shit talking about some stuff. But I was like, let me just go live while we talking. Sometimes we need that. And look, we bring in a nice little crowd of people. They've been here ever since. I appreciate that. It's going up and down, but we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. It's not trying to force you or try to bamboozle you to come in and do something. It's just that I know a lot of y'all out there is looking for the truth. So I'm just trying to give it to you. Just trying to give it to you. Make it available for you. Put it like that. Make it available for you. And that's that. That's it. With that being said, peace and love. Until next time, y'all already know.
To financial freedom and correcting your status in the system.
Midwest EDU focuses on educating individuals about practical steps like managing debt, building savings, and investing strategically. Key principles include financial tools like trust, bonds, and legal instruments to protect and grow assets, correcting your status in the system. This involves reclaiming your legal and financial identity within governmental and financial systems. Understanding your legal status, correct legal documents
Like birth certificates and social security records.
to align with your preferred status. Steps code begin. Educate yourself. Attend workshops, read relevant materials, and network with like-minded individuals. Assess your current standing, understand your debt, credit status, and legal documentation. Take action, start correcting your status through affidavits, trust formations, or A9 applications while building a financial foundation. Plan for long-term freedom. Focus on investments, business, ventures, and creating generational wealth. Midwest EDU's approach empowers individuals to break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values. Financial tools like trust, bonds, and legal instruments to protect and grow assets, correcting your status in the system. This involves reclaiming your legal and financial identity within governmental and financial systems. Understanding your legal status, correcting legal documents
Like birth certificates and social security records.
to align with your preferred status. Steps to begin. Educate yourself. Attend workshops, read relevant materials, and network with like-minded individuals. Assess your current standing, understand your debt, credit status, and legal documentation. Take action, start correcting your status through affidavits, trust formations, or A9 applications while building a financial foundation. Plan for long-term freedom. Focus on investments, business, ventures, and creating generational wealth. Midwest EDU's approach empowers individuals to break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values. To break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values. To break free to financial, correcting your status in the system.